Ubisoft continues to circle the drain with a crazy disaster for its stock. Now, there are rumors out there that this is intentional on the part of the shareholders here. We'll get into that in just a moment, but clearly they're in big, big trouble. And I don't see it going better for them in 2025, given what's going to happen with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's get into the news in just a moment. Please smash that like and subscribe button as we talk about all things pop culture here, my friends, especially with video games. And, of course, this is our Fandom Pulse Substack that's run by myself and John Trent, the former editor-in-chief of Bounding Into Comics. Now, he's moved over here full-time, and we are covering all of the video game news on fandompulse.com. So please sign up today, guys. Join us, and, of course, grab a paid membership. It's only $5 a month, and we are doing this with zero advertising revenue. So we're doing this full-time. We're the only ones out there, and of course, every YouTuber that you follow uses our articles. This is something that's so important to keep going. This is one of the most important places in the culture war. I appreciate you guys for being there. It's in the description below, and thank you guys for supporting us so much so far as we are just getting started. Of course, taking on the outlets like PC Gamer, Kotaku, and IGN. All right, Ubisoft stock plummeted over 40% in the last year after numerous commercial disasters, including Star Wars Outlaws and Skull and Bones. The company's stock price closed 2024 at 13.15 euros. After closing 2023 at 22.39, that's a 41.2% decline. Oof, look at that huge drop. And you can see the major drops happen September, October, around the release of Star Wars Outlaws, as people realized how much of a failure that game was. That brand is absolutely dead, and what they did to it was absolutely stupid. The company's market cap has declined from $2.94 billion to around $1.68 billion. If one looks back even further, the picture gets even grimmer. At the end of December 27th, the stock price was 78.374 euros. And of course, that means the stock price has declined 83% since December 2020. Looking at the market cap, it was $9.7 billion. Now it's $1.68 billion. So they have destroyed their company by a factor of like almost 90%, guys, in value. This is wild. And so this is what's the kind of crazy stuff right here that's going on. And it's leading to rumors that there's attempting a buyout and to make this company go private. And so what people are saying, and maybe it's more conspiracy-minded people, but honestly, we're now in 2025. I mean, how many conspiracies have come true at this point that you would have said were absolutely crazy? Like, reality is crazier than any conspiracies. But there has been talk that they are putting out these games. They're just letting it ride. They don't even care because they're trying to actually sink the stock price so that they can do a private buyout, restructure and retool the company without it being a public company anymore, and then reap the profits of that. That is what the rumors are right now. So it's, I mean, if that's the plan, that's not a bad one. But gosh, a lot of the gaming franchises are being destroyed as a consequence. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs as a consequence. We know that there was massive layoffs going on. And it all started in 2024. It was a horrible year for Ubisoft, guys. In the company's most recent financial report released at the end of October, the company reported its net bookings were down nearly 22% compared to the same frame last year. The company not only had net bookings of $642 million compared to $822 million the year before. It also noted that net bookings for the record second quarter, 24 and 25, totaled $352 billion, down 36% compared to the second quarter of 2023-2024. In the report, here it is, it admitted Star Wars Outlaws underperformed sales expectations. Yes, another one of the woke failures from last year. In a little over a month later, it announced it was shutting down X-Defiant. That's painful for them as well. Ubisoft announced it will discontinue the development of X-Defiant, its free-to-play first-person shooter title, and the decision follows a thorough review of the game's performance, profitability, market conditions, and aligns with the company's increased selectivity in R&D investments. It was also previously rumored Ubisoft shut down its Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown development team. Another rumor that Skull and Bones cost between $650 and $850 million. Absolutely destroyed with these AAA games. It also delayed mobile releases, The Division Resurgence and Rainbow Six Mobile, as well as upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows games was delayed to 2025. On top of this, AJ Investments called out the company, and they called on them to sell it. And so this actually kind of led to some of the rumors. We believe the Guillemot family and Tencent are discounting potential value of Ubisoft in order to buy more shares at a lower valuation and eventually take full control of the company at a discounted valuation. Now, I don't think it's going to get better for them. We saw that one of the Rainbow Six leads actually just bailed on the company in 2024. We know that Ubisoft is still planning, apparently, to release Assassin's Creed Shadows in 2025 on February 14th, Valentine's Day for Yasuke. And they're retooling the game because they know that it is a bastardization towards Japan. Now, what happened last year is Japanese gamers rebelled against this. They actually put out a petition on change.org saying that they wanted this game canceled, that it was a insult to Japanese history, that this was fake Japanese history and terrible. And Ubisoft made this like kind of half apology, non-apology, while they actually did not show up at the Tokyo Game Expo, which is pretty funny. They knew that they were not going to be welcome there with that. Now, that petition got over 100,000 signatures, and it shows exactly how much gamers are not looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, Assassin's Creed Shadows is still up there on gamers' most wish-listed games, and it's all because of the franchise that came before. People wanted this originally when they announced it. A lot of people put it on the wish list, but this is not the game that people were wishing for. People are going to check this out at this point and go, this is a problem. Now, what I'm being told is that this game is going to be further delayed from February 2025, that Ubisoft, with all of their declines in value, that all the problems that are out there, do not have the resources to completely retool this game that they need. And so they are going to be scrambling as they get things ready in the first couple of months this year. Now, they can't delay this indefinitely. What these companies do is they actually take massive loans against future earnings of properties like this. It's a really crazy system, but they're heavily in debt because of this, and they have to pay back those loans upon release. So there is a point where they have to release the game in order to pay back the loans because the interest rates are going to get way too crazy for them, and they can't default on that debt. So those games have to come out, and they just have to take their lumps and their losses at some point. We'll see if February 14th is that drop-dead date, or if Ubisoft is indeed actually pushing this even further. If they do push it further, I would expect the stock to decrease even more, because people know at that point that there's massive problems with this game, as there are, and they are really relying on this year. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a huge deal, and they need this to be a success, and I don't think it's going to be from what we've seen so far. Maybe they can retool it. I don't have faith in this company whatsoever. Ubisoft's just burned way too many bridges one too many times before, my friends, to where I don't see this happening. All right, what do you think, guys? Do you think that 2025 is going to be even worse for Ubisoft? I'd love to hear from you. What are your predictions? Give them to me. Is Assassin's Creed Shadows going to come out on time? Is it going to be a win or a disaster? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for connecting, everybody. Please sign up for our Fandom Pulse Substack. Get all your news in the description below. Really appreciate you being there, and we'll be back soon.